Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to the channel. Hold my tea, hold my cup of tea. People requested it when I done Hold My Beer replays. People said basically because I'm British, I am English, the typical English Cockney London accent. I should be drinking tea, not beer, and I should be making a Hold My Tea video. So that is what we're going to do. That is what we're going to start in. Now, going forward, I really want to change the way I do replays. I want to cut down on the content. So going forward, don't know when yet, but sort of every Saturday, I want to get it to every Saturday. It will be a kind of Hold My Beer, and every Sunday it will be a hold my tea, hold my cup of tea replays. Maybe, I don't know. Obviously there will be some more replays throughout the week as well if I can do it as a premiere, etc. Replays will still be here. Replays will still be here. I enjoy commenting on them, and it's extra views for the channel, more videos for the channel, and of course it still gets you guys all your videos, all your decent replays public, so people get to see them. So Hold My Tea, we have a few replays. I think we have 3. Of course we do have His Royal Fatness. He's back on channel, and he's become a very regular part of my channel. But first up we have this T54, and the T54, again, it's not a tank I received too many replays from, but it's still a great tank. It's still one of the best tier 9 medium tanks there is. Used to be known as the Heat 54, where people would just go and spam heat back in the day. But seeing as it now does less damage with the heat, you don't really see that as much. Now, this game is fantastic, and I was actually going to add this in my World of Dummies episode, which again, I made 1 episode. It did pretty well, and people asked for more. So the World of Dummies episodes series will return. I'm getting so many series on the channel lately, which is good because it's just giving me more and more ideas for future videos. So I have loads of different series now. The top 5, I have the Right Tank Wrong Gun. People have also asked for the Wrong Tank Right Gun, which is coming up on the channel this week. But I'm going to rename it. I don't think I'm going to name it Wrong Tank Right Gun. I think I'm going to name it Shit Tanks Good Gun. It sounds better. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that soon. So T54, he's already done a fantastic job. 4,500 damage with 3 tanks left alive. The tanks, we've got a full hit point ST, and then we got these 2 tanks with big guns, but this ISU decides to drop down. He should have just waited. But it gave the opportunity for I'm number 1. So why try harder? And he's going to live up to his name in this battle, because he is going to be number one in the Hall of Fame for the T54, at least for this series. And it's just now him versus an ST1 who doesn't seem to be the best player. I mean, he's not doing really much wrong at the moment. He's still full hit points, so that's probably he's the one that needs to push. He's full hit points, but pushing against a T54 is kind of difficult with the DPM on this thing, the speed on this thing, and even the armor on this thing. It's not an easy tank to push. So I'm number 1 is now on 6,000 damage with 4 kills. I would just rush this guy. You have the DPM, you have the penetration when you get around him, and you have the armor. So he's going to sit here, but because he's only got the hatch to choose from, he is using heat, where if he's got the hit points, he should have just rushed around and you could easily penetrate the side or the rear. But he's not going to pay the price. He's still done a fantastic job. He can't quite get the gun depression down from the side. He does bounce, and now it's a kind of a squeaky bum time, but he can get around quite easy and take him out for his 5th kill. 7,147 damage, Top Gun high caliber Radleys, and he gets the Kolobanov medal, which is number 1 for the time being on the Hall of Fame. I don't think it's for the global. I think it's just for this this season. So great game. Thank you for sending me that replay in. Next up, we have Get in the Van. Get in the Van, and he is driving the Type 61. It's a tank that I've reviewed recently. I like the tank. I do like the tank. It's got a glorious gun. It's got nice speed. However, it does not have good armor, so anything will be able to penetrate you. Anything, maybe even with HE. Anything that can HE you from the side easily. Big guns, they will be able to HE you just in the face, like literally shoot you in the face and do maximum damage. It has nice gun depression, and he's going to use that right here against the WZ-120. Then he's going to back up, and that's the best thing with this tank, with the gun depression, the damage it has, the speed of the tank. It can do things like this. It can get using that gun depression, and it means he's exposing less for less of his tank for a short period of time. So he's now literally ripped this guy to shreds, and he was about to rush. He's just going to go up because at the moment the EXP is the only tank that is else that's spotted around this section of the map. So he's just thinking, is he there alone? Do I rush the 120? But all of a sudden everyone else becomes spotted, so he's going to get a nice HE shot there into the waffle, and the EXP is going to start pushing. He is going to get penned. I think he realized that he's going to get shot either way, so you might as well get shot when you're looking at him. If he would back up and get shot, then it's going to take him a little bit more time to get around and actually aim. At least if he's going to get shot anyway, then at least aim at the tank. Just it gives you that extra bit of time. So the KV4 now, yes, he's not blocking. I mean, he's not blocking the he was there anyway, and unfortunately that shot doesn't manage to pen. The KV4 at the moment is just causing more problems than good, because he's doing absolutely nothing except for get in the way. So he's going to wait. He's going to wait, and hopefully the KV4 freaking shoots his gun and hopefully pens, which he doesn't. And now here comes the waffle. He gets a nice HE shot there again in the waffle, and this KV4 is just getting ripped apart. He does bounce a shot there from the EXP, so it's 4 against 5. Here comes the IS-8, gets a nice shot there into the IS-8, damaging his ammo rack, which he now has to use a repair kit, so he is going for the track. So 3,800 damage so far, still 4 against 5. He tried a shot there which does bounce, but he needed to be quick because the IS-8 has reloaded. Kind of paid the price there, but I could see what he was doing, and what he was doing was probably the right thing. He wanted to clear that tank, who was a one shot, but doing that he did take a shot, and then before he even got there the tank got killed anyway. So he took damage when he didn't really need to take the damage. So he takes the waffle out to bring it down to a 3-on-3. There's still another waffle who is full hit points. Now he's only on 600 hit points. The IS-8 just shoots, but the T-49 gets in the way of his shot. And again, just like the KV-4, he's just bouncing across him, and he's going to get absolutely torn apart. Again, I can see what the T-49 is doing. And what he is doing, he's probably doing the right thing, but he just goes the wrong way about it. Now, he went across the map, which was good for our man here, Get in the Van, because it's now just taking the attention of all 3 tanks around that area, and he has been able to kill the IS-8. But the T-49, I think, maybe should have just stayed in the ditch. Now, again, he'd done the right thing in relocating, so there was tanks at all different angles. There would have been a tank behind, to the side, and in the front. But he just went a wrong way about it, and he just decided to do a YOLO run. But it worked out for our Get in the Van. But now the waffle on his team does get taken out, so he finds himself alone against the T-34-3, which has a big alpha gun, and a waffle that is full hit points. He's a one shot to the waffle, a one shot. There is no way he should be able to do this, especially as he has just been shot from that T-34-3. He still needs 2 shots to clear the T-34-3, and this waffle is full hit points. Nice HE shot into them, and the waffle does miss. He's in a bad situation. He's in a very, very bad situation, and currently there's only going to be one thing that can happen for him to be able to win this game. Well, 2 things. One is this waffle to now miss his shot, so he comes down, gets a nice shot there, and the waffle literally, and the T-34-3, and then he gets a lucky ammo rack. Like, that is just so lucky. 2 tanks miss, they both just need to shoot HE and it will be enough to clear. They both miss, and then he gets the ammo rack, and now the Waffle is in a bad situation because he needs to get his gun up, and he misses his shot again. Lucky, but he's going to take full advantage of that luck, and he's going to have, what an amazing game that was. I mean, 7,500 damage in a tier 9 tank, incredible. Well played, 1,839 base XP, and not one of his team does above 1,000 damage. So nice carry, getting the van from the Feast clan on the Asia server. Last up, again, he's Raw Fatness. Now, I love this game. I love this game, maybe for one reason, and that is one of the enemy team, the KPF. He just says something. It's nothing bad. I mean, it's actually quite nice. But it's just what he said, and it happens to be like the game that he's on. You'll see what he says. I mean, it's nothing like big or anything like that. I just laughed when I see what he says, and then I see the game. So straight up, he spots the leopard, and he does get a nice shot into him. And there we go, the KPF. Hello, he's Royal Fatness. Hello. And he is going to say just something in a little bit. So his Royal Fatness doesn't always use, I mean, he's incredible at using missiles, but he only uses them when he absolutely has to use them. He will shoot the APCR, he will shoot the HE if he has to. So he's going to now relocate because there is a couple of tanks spotted to the right. There's also a couple of tanks spotted to the left. And there we go. Nice game in the Sheridan. He's referring to the game I posted, which was the Hall of Fame a couple of days ago, where he did 8,800 damage. As it happens, he's going to have another nice game. Hold my cup of tea. He's going to have a really nice game. And this map, the Canyon, is probably the best map, one of the best maps for the Sheridan when it comes to missiles, because just this position right here, if you don't get pushed in this position, then you can have such a fun game. And even if you do get pushed, but they don't push you too much and they just stay over the hill, you can start using them missiles and you're going to destroy anything that comes your way. And his Royal Fatness is going to do that. He's going to absolutely do that. So he's now on 2,400 damage. There is one tank down each. The Waffle on the enemy team, he's in a sticky situation, but he is going to start getting back up. There's also a Death Star and the T92E1. So what looked to be a good position has now turned into a bad position because he's on his own with 3 of these tanks to his left. So he has to be very careful, and they are a tank down. He's thinking, do I push with the right side with my team? I mean, his team should be able to do that in that area. I mean, there's 3 tanks on one. There is a TD sort of sitting behind as well, and the Waffle on the enemy team is only a one shot. So of course he's now going to start using the missiles, and that was a perfect use of the missiles because he didn't expose himself. But as it happens, the Death Star and that T92E1, none of them push this middle, like absolutely none of them. Why isn't that missile guy in the tier 9 over there, Norgy Swedes, why didn't he push the middle here? I mean, they could have won if he would have started pushing the middle with the Death Star. They could clear his Royal Fatness quite easily. But none of them even come up this way. They sort of avoided this position, and Royal Fatness was just like, well, cheers, like, thanks very much. I'll stay here and I'll farm some more damage. So it's a 3-on-5, but one of these heavy tank, the E5, he's going to get rushed and he's going to be torn apart. And here comes the Death Star. So now he can start using this missile. Now he's human. He's human, just like that. And I didn't think that his Royal Fatness was human until I see that shot. And I'm like, wait, you're not human. I mean, you are human after all. You're just like one of us. He's normal. But that's only one shot, and that's literally the only time he's going to do it. And he does take out the E100. So it's now a 2-on-3. His teammate, I think, could the grill. I don't know if he is, but he could possibly be AFK. I'm not 100% sure. This ISA, please kill my dumbass team. Like, yeah, you did pretty well, ISA. You done really well. So the grill on his team is going to die. So Fatness knows that. this is what I love about him as a player. He can see what he needs to do when he needs to do it, and he knows that staying in that position, he's just going to get rushed by the 3 tanks. He has to relocate. He has to. He needs to get into a position where the enemy don't think he's going to be. They're going to think he's in that middle where he has been all game. He's still full hit points, so he can take a few shots. The Death Star is full hit points, so he needs to be careful, or definitely need to be careful of him. And there is the grill. So he's going to get a nice, pretty low roll there, 5-10 shot into the grill. And again, he knows what he's doing. If he passes, there is a chance that the Death Star could get a nice shot into him. But what he's going to wait, he knows that the grill is a one shot if he can high roll, or even if he can HE roll. But he does take a shot from the KPF, so he's just going to stop, clear him, and that is 1 tank down. So he's on 5,700 damage, and he needs to get to a position where he's not going to be in any danger from the Death Star, and he really has to take care of this grill. He needs to not get shot. He needs to not get shot. He does get shot. It was a low roll because of the spaced armor. People get so confused with the spaced armor on this tank. They always just shoot HE because it looks like you can pen. It's easier if you just don't shoot HE. Yes, you can shoot HE at the turret and maybe at the bottom of the tank, the front and rear. But seriously, guys, it's just easier just to shoot normal rounds. It's just easier because you're going to do that. I mean, 200 odd damage from a grill. So he needs to take care of that grill. He has to take care of this grill. And what he's going to do now is he's just going to track the Death Star just so he's in place. He's going to wait for the Death Star to push. And as soon as the Death Star starts pushing, he's now going to relocate. Again, he is going to take a shot from the grill, 695, which does put him on a 1 shot, but he is able to take him out to bring it now down to a 1 versus 1. He has the higher ground. He has a perfect position now because the Death Star just wants to stay down there, and he is now able to use these missiles wisely to get down without even exposing any of his tank. He's not in any danger whatsoever. 7,400 damage so far. He just needs a couple more shots. I mean, look at that. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. And the Death Star's just like, okay, he's shooting me. I'm just going to stay here. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but it's not. 97 HP. He's only going to use HE now just to clear him. Great game. 8,128 damage. Hold my tea. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'm Meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye-bye. With